Hi, it's Hope and welcome to the vlog. This is going to be my vlog from April 10th through the 16th. That sounds right, so we're going with it. And I apologize for opening the vlog in my pajamas. I didn't have energy to change today, so that's just gonna set the tone for the vlog. Is I'm probably not gonna have enough energy. I have been lacking energy the last month, it feels like. But this is going to be my reading vlog. I have 2 books started, and I also have to update a book that I started last week but I finished today. So let's start off with the book that I finished, and that is The Kingsmen by Nora Sakovic, which is the 3rd and final book in the All for the Game trilogy. I give this 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. This is my 3rd time reading it. I don't really have any thoughts, and so I'm just going to leave this here. And then the ebook that I'm carrying over from last week is White Hot Kiss by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is a YA paranormal where essentially we follow Layla, who is half gargoyle, half demon. And essentially, I said this in my last vlog, that is to the point that I've gotten in the plot, even though I'm 47% in. I'm kidding, there's a little bit more. And essentially, we are in a world where there are these gargoyles, and essentially they're also called wardens. The term is the gargoyles are the wardens of the world, they get rid of demons that have escaped hell, basically. And Layla has been raised by a clan of wardens since she was 8 years old. She's now 17, and a demon named Roth has, let's just say, entered her school and has tried to befriend Layla, and now all of these other demons are trying to attack Layla, and that's kind of where we're at. There's probably a bigger overarching plot that I maybe missed, or maybe I didn't. I don't know. This is my 9th Jennifer L. Armentrout book, and I will say so far it's definitely my least favorite, although I still do like the characters and I like the setting. And yeah, I'm going to be reading more of that tonight. I'm 47% into that. And then just a few hours ago, I started A Torch Against the Night by Saba Tahir. This is the 2nd book in the An Ember in the Ashes quartet. Is it? It's 4 books, right? Yes, it's 4 books. I had to think there for a second. And this is the 2nd book, but in the 1st book, An Ember in the Ashes, we follow Laya and Elias. Elias is a mask who's essentially almost like a soldier for the military. And then we follow Laya, who is essentially almost like a slave. She's a scholar, and the scholars are not treated very well by the military. And when Laya's brother ends up getting taken by the masks and imprisoned, Laya wants to try to find out where he is and all of that. And she ends up joining the rebellion, and the rebellion kind of tries to help her out. She ends up having to work at Blackcliff Academy, which is where Elias is currently being trained. And this now, Laya and Elias are on the run. And I'm on page 94, and I'm really liking this so far. I don't really have much thoughts. I can't really say many things without spoiling things, but let's just say I'm definitely stressed about something. I'm stressed about something, and I'm like, oh my god, how are we gonna fix this if this one character is right about information? Nope. There has to be a way to fix things. Let's just leave it there, but I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it a lot. So yeah. But I'm going to now crawl into bed, read more of White Hot Kiss, and I will update you, fingers crossed, in the morning or afternoon tomorrow on my progress with that book. Okay, so it is 6:50 on Monday, and I literally did nothing today, hence why I didn't pick up the camera. But it's 6:50, I've already said that, oh my god. But last night I got to 77% of White Hot Kiss by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and we finally have a plot, but then we've already got part of the plot done, and now I'm like, where's the rest of it gonna go? Basically, not really spoilers. I wouldn't really call it spoilers because this was mentioned before, but my dumb ass was like, oh yeah, you're just telling us about this. So essentially there's like a race of very, very evil demons kind of type thing that are like, that Layla is the key to like having like being remade or something like that. That's the easiest way to describe it. And so now we're trying to prevent that, kind of, I guess. I will say I absolutely love Layla and Roth's like chemistry of just like, it's just so good. So good. That's all I have to say. Again, I'm thinking it's gonna be like a 3.5, which still is good, But we will have to see later. But I currently have to do a little bit more schoolwork because I didn't do enough today, and I have 2 assignments that are due tomorrow that I still need to do. So I will do some of that and then continue on with, if I can find it, with A Torch Against the Night. That's the plan. I will let you know when I read more of this and my spoiler-free thoughts. It's now 9:20 and I didn't pick up this book at all. Not because I didn't want to, mainly because I was doing a school assignment that took me way too long to do. And then also in between, I got distracted by messaging with friends. And then also, okay, I have this whole thing that I do these vlogs because I want to. But then anytime I have any of my friends like comment or them, or even like in Discord be like, I just watched your vlog and yada yada, I'm always like, no. Like in the best way possible of like, it's weird. It's weird. It's like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like I'm sitting there like, you are spending part of your day watching little old me talk about absolute nonsense? Like why? Like why? I don't even like listening to myself back talking about absolute nonsense. And I'm also like, I do nothing in my day. Why are you watching the vlog? Not that I'm saying stop watching or anything like that, but I'm just like, if you're watching at this point, I appreciate you more than you can imagine. With any of my videos, really, I'm always just like, you are taking your time to watch me. Why? Again, I feel like I'm a broken record at this point, but I'm just gonna shut up before I end up getting emotional on camera. But I'm gonna go finish White Hot Kiss because I genuinely am very excited to finish that because I want to see how it ends. I have heard that the series does get a little bit better as you go on, so I will have to see if that is the truth or not. Okay, so it's 5:40 on Tuesday, and I'm not gonna apologize, but last night I did finish White Hot Kiss by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and I'm giving it 3.5 stars. It was a good read. I do plan on continuing the series. I did like the characters. I'm now like, I guess, iffy with one character of how there's things that are revealed in the end, because essentially there's like, again, how I've kind of talked about how there's like this like race of demons that is trying to be summoned, or like it can be summoned, but if it does, essentially like the world might go to shit. And there's information revealed that one character that you thought was actually trying to prevent it could potentially be wanting to nag it on, but you're unsure. And now I'm like, wait, I have to know if that's for fact or not. Like, I'm probably going to try to see if my library has it to maybe read book 2, which is Stone Cold Touch. I'm now like, right, is it Stone Cold Touch and then Every Last Breath? Yes, Stone Cold Touch is book 2. Every Last Breath is book 3. Yes. But I ended up giving that 3.5, and I enjoyed it. I don't really have any other thoughts. Today was spent doing some schoolwork, but I did schoolwork today, and now I'm going to pick up A Torch Against the Night. It's over there. I think it's on. It's really like over there. I'm too lazy to reach it right now. It's also under a stack of other books. But I will be reading more of that. My goal is to hit the halfway mark of that, because what I read, I loved, and I am just in a reading mood. Like, I'm genuinely like, I want to read. I don't even know what ebook I'm going to start. I am considering going off TBR, or Least Surprised. I want to read like none of the books on my TBR. I think the only other book on my TBR that I want to read is Corrupt by Penelope Douglas. Everything else, I'm like, I don't want to read it. I need to read it, but I don't want to read it. So, I just might be in one of those moods where I'll just pick something up. I don't know. So it is 5:45 on Wednesday, and I didn't pick up the camera. I forgot. But I made it to page 160 of A Torch Against the Night, and I wanted to get to 50%, but I got to 160. I do think my goal tonight, though, is to get past the 50% mark, which I think is doable. And then I gave into the hype, and I kind of started Zodiac Academy, The Awakening, by Caroline Peckham and Susan Valenti, and it's intriguing. The basic premise is we have twins, Tori and Darcy, and they end up finding out that they are the lost Vega twins from this alternate, it's a mirror world of our world called Solaria. So they end up having to go there to attend the Zodiac Academy, which is essentially like, it's in the title, an academy where they have to go, and if they complete everything, they get if they complete all of their years at Zodiac Academy, they end up getting their inheritance, which also is the throne of Solaria, as they are the lost princesses that were like changelings. Like, they went to Earth, they were changelings, you know the thing, they're fae technically, and in this world we have like subcategories of fae, I guess we'll call it, such as like vampires, werewolves, those type of things, but they're all fae. They're just different ways that the fae convey their energy, and like gain their energy and all that, like of how they live. And I'm 21% into it. I hate how much I love it because it is a bully romance. At this point, it's just bullying. But essentially there's also the, four celestial princes, which are like, essentially like when, Tori and Darcy's parents died, and they disappeared, the throne got then, like, it's co-ruled by 4 people, like 4 families, and it is the 4 sons of those families, so like a son per family, that are going to be getting the throne. But now that Darcy and Tori are back, it's now that, so like the guys are bullying the girls to like be like, here's a reason why you shouldn't stay at the academy to complete it, because if they, I don't know, I explained that into way too much detail, but I'm loving it. I say I'm loving it, it's like a 3-star, but it's like, I have heard that the books get better as the series go on, but for the first 21% of this book, I'm like, okay, I get why it's liked, but I also get why it's hated. So I'm definitely excited to continue with that tonight. But it is, again, it's 5:45. I went over to my cousin's earlier, and then came back. I did a little bit of schoolwork. I need to do a little bit more, though, because I didn't do that much. And I think that's basically it. I am tired. I want to crawl into bed so bad. So I might do, like, another, like, half an hour of schoolwork, and then read for, like, an hour for, like, A Torch Against the Night, then crawl into bed and read more of Zodiac Academy. Also, no, shit, another thing that my brain just went is we got the freaking Heartstopper, like, Netflix show trailer, and when I tell you, I was crying. Because I was just crying because I'm so excited for that. That comes out in 9 days, right? 9 days as of this clip. It'll be coming out Friday as this video is uploaded. And oh my god, that trailer, my heart. And then also the realization of the first season of the show is going to be volumes 1 and 2. So guess who's going to be binge reading the whole series, like the whole Heartstopper series next week? Probably the Wednesday before, because I'm busy the Thursday before. I don't know. I'm just going to be binge reading the series because I'm like, I just am so excited. So it's now 9 o'clock, and I read up to page 227 of this, and it is now the 50% mark. I think it's it's exactly the 50% mark. And I kind of want to smack some sense into one character, but then I'm kind of like, he has his reasons for doing his thing. It will play out eventually, probably. Still enjoying it. Still don't have huge thoughts on it. So far, it's like a 4-star. It's definitely nowhere near as good as the first. But this just could have like second book syndrome, where it's just not as good. So now I'm going to crawl into bed. Well, I'm going to eat something because I'm hungry. Then crawl into bed, read Zodiac Academy. I don't know how much I'm going to read of it, but we will see. It's like, as I said earlier, it is like addicting in the like best and worst way possible. So I will see more of my thoughts as I read more. So it is 6 p.m. I'm just not going to say anything. But last night I got to 57% of Zodiac Academy. Well, technically Zodiac Academy, The Awakening is technically what the book is titled. And I'm still enjoying it. I will say, when I expected bullying, I expected it just to be from fellow students, not faculty. That is right now my one huge complaint. But even then, the book is still like a 3-star or 3.5. I'm still enjoying it. I'm probably going to finish it tonight. Mainly because I need to start a buddy read tomorrow. I'm going to be reading November 9 by Colleen Hoover tomorrow. Like, starting a buddy read that with 2 friends. Mac and Reese, if you're watching this, hello. Yeah, so, yeah. Today I did some schoolwork. I had a meeting with my teacher. That's mainly it. The schoolwork hasn't been super productive because I don't understand half of it. We'll put it that way. I'm like, I'm gonna have to remember this for a test. Crap. But now I'm going to say screw my schoolwork, even though I should do a little bit more and read more of A Torch Against the Night. I'm not gonna set a page goal or a percent goal tonight because I just want to read and enjoy and not have to think about, okay, this is how many more pages that I need to read. So I got to page 340 and stuff has happened. I can't say any of said stuff that has happened due to spoilers. What can I say? We had a little bit of romance. Yeah, we had a little bit of romance between 2 characters, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. There also has been a character that, I don't know how spoilery this is, that finds out that they have some kind of ability that I did not expect. I'm pretty sure I read it and I was like, I'm sorry, fucking what? Trying to think of what I can say. Those are 2 things that I can say without spoilers. We're also just learning more information about things. By more information, I mean I'm just confused as fuck, and like, that means I'm getting more information, I think. When I'm confused, that means I don't know stuff, and that also means that I don't know. But I'm really enjoying this. I will say it's not as good as the first. I think this one is like a 4. Yeah, it's probably like a 4, I'm thinking. That obviously could change. I think I have like 100 pages left. I might be able to get it done tomorrow, but then my friend might be coming over tomorrow, so it just depends on if she comes over, and then like if I get time to read. But yeah, really enjoying it. And so I'm gonna go and, fingers crossed, finish Zodiac Academy. It is going very fast paced, so I could see me finishing it. It all depends on how quickly I get tired. So I will see you, I'm gonna say fingers crossed in the morning, but who knows. Okay, so it is 5:37 on Friday, and plans have changed. But first, let's go back to last night. I finished The Awakening, and I'm giving it 3.5. I did enjoy it. I've already talked about this in my wrap-ups, so this is weird to talk about it now. Also, what is my hair doing? But I enjoyed the world, and I enjoyed the characters. It gets a 3.5. My enjoyment of it was really high. Like, I really enjoyed it, but the actual content of the book itself and the logic behind it was a little off. Again, one thing I do not like is the teachers bullying Tori and Darcy, and then also there's one teacher that I just don't like because of things that he says, and I get it's meant to, like, I don't really know what I'm saying at this point. But 3.5, I do plan on continuing the series. I honestly might read November 9 and then jump into The Reckoning, which is book 2, because I really like the world. That's pretty much my only thoughts, is I really like the world. And I mentioned yesterday my friend was originally supposed to come over today, and she wasn't feeling that well, and the roads are really bad because it blizzard. It like snowed really bad earlier this week. So the roads are still a little, like, you can drive on them, but it's like you have to be very careful, and my dad was just like, I don't want to go out. So we didn't. But instead I jumped on sprints with Mel from Completely Melanie, which I literally had about a 2-minute warning. She was like, hey, does anybody want to jump on sprints? I'm like, I can, as I'm running around my room freaking out. And so I went on sprints with her. That was really fun, which I managed to, I don't even know where's the book? The book is over there. Which I managed to finish, A Torch Against the Night by Saba Tahir, and I am giving this a 4-star. I really liked it. There was a reveal that I liked because through the whole vibe, there was like, I'm like, don't trust the character. Like, I was just, like, throughout the whole book, there was a character that I was like, I like you, but there's something up. There was something up. And when something happened to a certain character, I'm pretty sure I just sat there and was like, I'm sorry, what? And then what happened from that, curious to see how it's gonna play out. Trying to think of what else I can say without spoilers. I have already requested a Reaper in the Gates, which is book 3 from my library. And I'm debating doing book 4 and just like requesting book 4 and just trying to binge those next month. I really am enjoying this series. Favorite character is probably Laya, although I do like the other two like POV characters of Elias and Helene. And yeah, I don't really have any other strong thoughts. And then I also read one chapter of City of Glass by Cassandra Clare, which is the 3rd book in the Mortal Instruments series. And I like the audiobook of this. I listened to the audiobook via Scribd because I am doing currently a free trial of that. So I figured the audiobook is on there. Might as well listen to it. Like because this is a book off my March TBR. That's how far in I am. So I'm only like 170 pages in still. And I have book 4 on my April TBR. So I need to finish this so I can start that. But that's mainly it. I filmed my wrap up, so I have to edit that. But the footage isn't coming in through my iCloud, so I'll have to wait for it to show up. But that's really it, I think. I know that currently Books and Bops is doing sprints, so I'm watching those. And then I'll be starting November 9 tonight. I don't think I'll be reading any more physically today because my eyes are just kind of like, ooh, what? I should probably do schoolwork because I didn't do any earlier, but YOLO. I'm a person that I'm like, if you give me a deadline and you're like, I have to have all this done by this deadline, I'm going to wait until like a week before the deadline. Literally, I did that with beta reading. I do that with school a lot of the time where it's like, oh yeah, you have all these assignments due in 3 weeks. And I'm like, oh, okay, because it's a real deal. But versus like, oh, can you have this assignment done by this time even though you're allowed to hand it in on this day? I'm like, no. I'm just chaos. I'm just chaos. I feel like chaos. I'm sweating because my room is so hot. So yeah, I'm just gonna end this clip here. Okay, so it's 9 p.m. on Saturday, and I don't know where my brain is right now. Last night I got to 20% of November 9 by Colleen Hoover. I cannot explain anything that's happening in this book because literally all I know is that we have Fallon, who she was a teen actress. Something happened bad to her when she was 16, where she was in a fire that ended up burning like a good chunk of the one side of her body. And then we have Ben, who is an aspiring writer, and the two of them meet, and it's like this weird fake dating thing, but Fallon's moving to New York literally like 4 hours after they meet, and it's like, I'm so excited to continue on. I was on Hugo from Scientist Reading World, like his sprint, and I decided to read more of City of Glass. And then I was on Margaret from The Word Nerd, like her channel for sprints, and I literally had to sit there and try not to fangirl because I'm like, you get what I'm saying? There's people that you're like, you never interact with when you do, you're like that, and then like, my brain is going a million miles an hour, and my heart is pumping because like I had so much fun. Like it was 4 hours of sprints, and I'm just like, I had so much fun, getting to meet wonderful people, and like I've also been invited to do sprints tomorrow with Cal from Retrieving Books, and I'm like, I might join him if Easter goes well. AKA I'll just be like, I have to go, like just to my family, just like, yeah, I have to go, I have more important things. And I'm like, I'm literally sitting here like, I was fangirling for a few seconds there at the beginning. I was like, I just have to tell you that like, I'm gonna fangirl for just 2 seconds, like I'm trying not to fangirl, like that's literally how I was, because I like, because for example, Margaret and Cal, and then Bree from Bree Bear McKay, I believe that's her channel. Double checking that now because I'm like, wait, is that right? Yeah, Bree Bear McKay. Those three are three of the. Oh, and then also Michelle from Thor Wants Another Letter. Those 4 are the creators. Well, and Brianna from Four Paws in a Books are the creators of the Avengers Initiative Reading Challenge, which is a reading challenge that I've been taking a part of for almost a year and a half. So it was kind of cool to just get to interact with them and just like interact with the 4 of them and just kind of like, I don't know, like it's just like people that you have seen on YouTube and like you have interacted with a little bit, getting to actually sit and see them and like interact was really cool. And I honestly am so happy that I did them, and I'm really hoping that I do get to join Cal tomorrow. I will have to see and then shoot him a DM. But yeah, I felt like I just had to freak out with somebody for a second, and that somebody is my vlog. But I'm going to leave this vlog here because it is already after 9 o'clock, and I plan on reading a little bit more of November 9, but I'm not really sure how much. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I don't think I have anything else I have to say, so I guess this is goodbye. Bye!